Hey guys, what's up? It's Winnie here. I am back today with a new episode of Expectations versus Reality for you. If you are new to my channel or if you don't know what that is yet, it's a new series that I started on my channel kind of as a first impression / review for products. So I will link the other episodes in the cards or down below. But today we are going to be testing out the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. This is not brand new, but it is new to me. I've been seeing this foundation everywhere. It's all over Instagram. So I've been really interested in trying it out, and I just found it in my shade at Target. So first I'm going to read what we can expect from the product, which is why I have the packaging here. It tells us everything that it's supposed to do. It says, with just a few drops, our Total Control Drop Foundation delivers sheer to full coverage and a velvety matte finish. Simply adjust the number of drops you use until the desired level of coverage is achieved. More drops equals more coverage. So it's pretty straightforward, and then the back kind of gives you a little diagram. It says 2+ drops gives you light coverage, 3+ drops gives you medium coverage, and then 4+ drops gives you full coverage. And again, I have the shade Vanilla, and it comes in 0.43 fluid ounces. It does have a little dropper that comes with it. It sounds very, very liquidy and thin. So I'm gonna first try out 2+ drops to see that light coverage, and then we will just continue to build it up. It doesn't say how to apply the foundation on the box, but on the Ulta website it does say to use a foundation brush to blend it in with. So I'm going to use something like this, and as usual I do not have any face makeup on. I do not have a primer on or anything because I want to see how the foundation performs on its own. So I shook up the product already, and I always see people just like taking the dropper and dropping the foundation all over their face. So that's how we're gonna do it, but I'm just gonna do it on one side first, just so we can compare the difference. So I'm just going to drop, oh my god, it's so liquidy. I'm gonna do 2 drops on my face first, and we'll see how the coverage looks. And then I'm just going to blend it into my skin. This is definitely too light for me. Can you see that? Okay. This is not gonna work. Okay, so I had to go and exchange the vanilla shade for a different shade because it was just way too light on me. It wasn't working out. So I picked up the shade True Beige, which is the right shade because I swatched it and it looked a lot better. But that's one thing to keep in mind because it's very hard to tell what shade is the right shade just from the packaging. So you might want to research your shade online before you go and pick it up. It looks really yellow from the bottle, but I'm just gonna do 2 drops on my face. Again, 2 drops is for light coverage, and I'm just going to blend it in with this brush. This looks pretty yellow in my mirror, but hopefully that kind of blends away. Okay, so this is 2 drops blended out on this side of my face. I can definitely tell there is a little bit of coverage there, and the foundation itself is a little bit more of a warmer yellow, so I can see the color difference, but it did match and even out my skin tone. It's just a little bit warmer. It feels lightweight. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 more drops to this side to build it up to that medium full coverage. Okay, so far this coverage looks pretty good to me. I feel like this is probably the fullest I would prefer. I think you can still continue to build it up, but I think this looks really good. And it does look like it dries down or sets on your skin pretty quickly. I can see that velvety matte finish that it has. I don't like liquid foundations that are really, really matte because they just look way too cakey and dry on my skin because I have dry combo skin. So I do like the finish of this one. I think it looks really nice. It has a very natural looking matte finish to it. So now I'm just going to finish up this side of my face and we'll see how it looks all together. Okay, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna add 1 more drop to each side to see if we can build it up even more, even though I think this is really good coverage and I'm happy with this. I just want to test it out just to see. So that was a total of 5 drops or so on my whole face, and this is the coverage that it gave me. I feel like this is a very full coverage. I don't think I would use this many drops normally, but it's nice to see that it really does build up to a very, very full coverage foundation. I think probably 3 to maybe 4 is plenty enough, and I do think that the finish of it is beautiful. It has that nice velvety matte finish like it said, so you can still see there's a little bit of a sheen. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, so here is the completed makeup look using the NYX Total Control foundation. I feel like the makeup that I put over the foundation looks beautiful. It actually left a little bit of a tacky feel to it, just a little tiny bit. So the contour and the blush really took to it. And I didn't set the foundation with anything yet, but I would suggest probably set that if you don't like that feeling. And that might also help it last longer. It doesn't say anywhere on the box that it's supposed to be a super long wearing foundation or anything like that. Other than that, I feel like it looks really, really great. Like I said, the coverage is amazing. I used about 5 drops total all over my face, and it gave me a very full coverage, and I'm happy with how it looks. And it doesn't look way too cakey or like I have really heavy thick foundation on at all. It definitely doesn't feel that way. So I like that it's comfortable on the skin, and I think because of that super liquidy formula, it just makes it look a lot less cakey, because even up close, I don't think it looks very heavy at all. And I also really like the fact that it's not really seeping into my fine lines as a lot of liquidy foundations tend to do. I feel like I see it a little tiny bit around the creases of my nose. It's not super noticeable at all. I have to look really close up to see it, but everywhere else it just looks really smooth and even and really pretty on. So that's definitely a plus. If you're looking for a really nice full coverage foundation, I think this would be a great option. I love the fact that it's not heavy feeling on the skin, and aside from the fact that it is a little bit warmer yellow than what I'm used to in my foundations, I still think this shade worked for me, especially compared to vanilla, because that was way too light. And I'll leave all of my shade matches down below for reference, but definitely do your research on the shade before you go out and pick it up. I'm actually a little bit surprised that I like this foundation as much as I do, because it's been a long time since NYX has come out with a foundation that's worked really well for me. So I do think that the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation does live up to its expectations. So I hope you guys enjoyed this expectations versus reality. Let me know what you think of this product if you've tried it out, or if you have any other products you want me to test out. And don't forget to check out my links for my Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which are all linked down below. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!